It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Brouwerij De Dochter van de Korenaar, and it's a bottle of their Memoire. It's a barley wine, a 1 year barrel aged barley wine, probably coming up 2 years now. I think it was bottled, or people were drinking it on Untapped in January 2018. It's now October 2018, so it could very well be a 2 year barrel aged, or between 1 and 2 year barrel aged barley wine, coming in at 9% ABV. There's the bottle cap. Can't quite work it out there, but on we go. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. Oh, it's quite dark for a barley wine. I'm saying barley wine because there's no description on the label as to what style this is, so I went over onto Untapped, the app for social drinkers, and a lot of people were saying this is a barley wine. So I'm just going to go with what people said this style is on Untapped. If it's something else, I will tell you. If it's something else, I will tell you. So it is very dark for a barley wine. I'm going to start there. It's quite dark for a barley wine. We've got a 2-finger tan coloured head, good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's a cherry red. Well, it's more or less jet black, apart from there's a little bit of a red hue coming through at the bottom of the glass there. Let's get the aroma. Interesting, very interesting beer. It's a little bit smoky. Peat, maybe a peat whiskey barrel it's been aged in. Definitely a little bit of roasted malt. You can see it, you can smell it. I sounded like one of those fire adverts then, didn't I? See it, smell it, report it. 999. Yeah, it's quite vinous also. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. I've got a raisin on the back end there. Cheers. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, it's, oh, blimey, wow. 9% ABV, there's a definite core, blimey. Yeah, there's a definite core, blimey, about this beer. Wow, it's quite dry. It's seeming like licking the inside of my mouth, like trying to get rid of the dryness. It's plum, it's fig, it's prune, it's vinous, it's dry. Definitely, it's a peat smoked barrel aged beer. It's quite drinkable. There is a depth to the mouthfeel. It feels like a lighter in the mouth. I'm not talking too much. It is vinous. It is quite red winey in the taste on the back end, but it's got the consistency of a, not a full-bodied red wine, but something a little bit lighter, something just a touch lighter from the consistency of the beer. It's not quite full-bodied red wine. It's like a level down. It's not like a 5% pale ale or a 5% premium lager, which you can just knock back and it's really refreshing. It's in between a premium lager mouthfeel and a full-on red wine mouthfeel. So somewhere in the middle. Am I making sense? The beer's nicely carbonated. There's like a rose hip flavour. There's some plum, some fig, some prune, as I mentioned. It's very vinous. There's some red wine qualities going on. You get a little bit of an alcohol, the alcohol sliding down the throat there, hitting the pit of the stomach. Is a little bit of warming from that 9% ABV. It's quite an impressive beer, it really is. There's so much complexity to it. I'm picking up vanilla from the wood. I'm definitely picking up that barrel, that wood barrel. Lots and lots and lots going on. Really, really lots and lots going on. And there's that yeast. Did you see that last drop of beer go in? Have a look now, you can see the yeast floating around in the bottom of the glass there. That's going to make for an interesting finish to the beer review. We're going to be trying something a little bit different now. Some of that body, some of that flavours always kind of makes its way down to the bottom of the bottle. Here we go. Ah, it's wow. Much more fruit. There's a massive fruit flavour now from the yeast and the, I don't know, it's like floral, very floral beer. Jam, it's very jammy. There is so much complexity to this beer. I've talked about things like dryness, I've talked about barrel age, I've talked about wood, I've talked about vanilla, I've talked about plum and figs and prunes and red wine. The consistency is terrific, the carbonation is terrific. I've probably missed stuff. Because I've been focusing on all these different flavours, I'm trying to fit it all into like a 6 or 7 minute review. I've probably missed some. What about some of that dark malt then? Let's see if we can find some of that dark malt. Coconut. That flavour was coconut. I'm picking coconut and vanilla up in that flavour. What a terrific, terrific beer. This is one of the most complex beers I've ever reviewed on the channel. I can understand why the people on Untapped have called this a barley wine. It's a style that... Let me scratch my nose. Of course, it's brewed in Belgium. I'm not going to call this a barley wine. I apologise if you've written your review on Untapped and you've swore blind that this is a barley wine. I'm going to say this is more like some weird hybrid Belgian triple mixed with maybe some barley wine and it's okay, it's barrel aged. It's just terrific. It really is a terrific, terrific beer. Look at the lacing on the glass as it's been left as I've been talking. Look at that lacing, look at that head building back up again. Look as I wash the beer back and forth, you can see that carbonation in that liquid just rising up. That is an absolutely brilliant, brilliant beer. It took me a while to work it out. First flavour blew my mind. It was almost like it was too much. I think if you rewind it back and you watch me tasting the beer, I'm almost closing my eyes as I'm tasting it because there's just so much going on. And it's taken me 7 minutes to realise that I have probably fallen in love with this beer in a massive, massive way. Memoire by Brouwerij De Dochter van de Korenaar in Belgium. 9% ABV. I'm gonna rate it. I think it's absolutely terrific. One of the beers, if I was to be reviewing this beer in a beer festival, this would be under the specialty beer, like over 5% category. People would be like, wow, oh my goodness me, what have we got here? This is just absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I can't fault that. That was a slow burner of a beer review. I had to really pick the bones out of that one, but I've come to realise that I really, really like this beer. I think it's absolutely terrific. It's a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.